And now we gotta watch and see if we're back. Okay. Sounds like you fixed the audio, so I guess they hear us already. What's up, Muffin Rando?
Muffin.
I'm gonna play it real quick on my phone just to make sure. Wait, I don't want to do that. Can you play it to hear on your phone? Oh no, don't tell us. Don't tell us. Never mind. Muffin, how does it sound? How's it sound, Muffin? Does it sound better, Muffin? Does it sound all right? Sounds like he said that before we started going, though. So let's see. Hopefully we fixed it. We'll wait till someone gives us confirmation. Are we not live on YouTube or something?
I'm trying to. I already got out of the
old one,
the app when you restarted. Now I'm trying to find your
here we go.
live version.
We have sound. Stacy says we have sound. Hope says I can hear. Awesome. I fixed it. I fixed it. It's all Hope's fault. I went and did a show with Hope today. How's everybody doing today? How are y'all? How are you doing? How are you doing?
Wonderful.
You're doing good?
That's Wonderbar. Good. Yeah.
Anything crazy happened to you today? Thank you, Hope.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Nothing out of the ordinary?
No, just, having to deal with helping my aunt and getting the construction done around their house, around there, because they live in a mobile home park, and getting things put in my aunt's name after my uncle passed. So nothing significant, I guess.
Right on. So
I had a nap today.
Just today? I take a nap every day. I always take a nap. Yes, I take a nap. I
usually
don't
get to. Right on.
What do you guys think about my tie? You guys like my tie?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. No, Muffin, we had issues on the audio for a minute there. But we're good. You can go back to YouTube. Most of the people are on YouTube, or you can stay in Rumble. Yeah. Whatever you want to do.
No, wherever you will go, Muffin, you're always welcome on all platforms.
Everybody's welcome here.
Right.
My mods before, when I had my old show, they would get so mad because I believe in free speech, and Antifa and liberals would come on my show and start cussing and doing this, and I was like, unless they're actually being racist towards somebody, or like say if they were making fun of you or Hope, I said don't kick them out. We're freedom of speech platform here, so
right.
I don't kick.
Give me one moment. Remember what I told you earlier? It's just going to take me less than a minute. I'll be right back.
She's got to take her pussy outside. Her kitty cat, guys. I'm messing with you. So how is everybody? If you missed it, so click on Hope Arising's name and subscribe to her channel, because she actually just got me to freaking cry on her damn show over there on Hope Arising's channel. So you guys should go check it out. I'm going to be a guest again next week. Maybe she'll have Jennifer on her show.
I would do that. If Hope, that would be fun.
Yeah,
Hope would be fun for me, but I'd probably bore the shit out of her, which I wouldn't want to do.
Hope is good. She has questions and she'll ask you all kinds of good stuff and what.
Based on what I saw today, she seems like she's a great interviewer.
You should see her last couple episodes. She had a guy named Kyle there that went through drug addiction and getting clean and sober and all this stuff. So she's really good. She's gonna make a big thing out of her channel. Yeah. Right on.
And she did get you to cry.
It's not that hard when you bring up my dad. It's not that hard. Not that hard. Right. But anyway, so yeah. What else was I gonna say? Oh, the nap.
How's the weather?
You only take a nap. You don't take naps? I take naps every day.
I can't. Everyone around me takes naps, and I'm usually so busy during the day that I don't have time to. I'm like naps. I've been told that I'm the glue that holds our family together around here. So I can't,
Yeah.
I have to be on the ready doing things. I'm doing things every day.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I take a nap all the time.
I would if I could.
Well, because I don't sleep much. So at night I'll sleep a couple hours and wake up and I toss and turn. I get too hot. I got to flip my pillow 20, 30 times kind of stuff, So
you need a new pillow if that's the case, or a new style pillowcase, like a cooling one. You tried that?
No. Yeah, I have. I didn't. They come with that nasty smell. I didn't like it.
You gotta wash them first.
Oh, maybe that's my problem. Maybe that's my issue. Maybe that's my
Right?
issue. Anyway, so also, guys, you know, it's the very beginning. We got some people here that may not have been here last night. We're doing something. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers on Rumble. We want to get up there. We want to get up big. So once we do, we're going to have some raffle prizes. Like we're going to give away these Donald J. Trump coins, which are pretty cool. You know, looks pretty nice.
Very nice. Very sharp.
We got some Eddie Block veteran coins. Look, it says Eddie has my name on there. Look, Eddie Push for Veterans. That's me. We're gonna give away some of those. What else was I giving away? Oh yeah, so Ashley Babbitt's mom, Mickey, gave me one of these bracelets without this on and stuff on there. So she gave me a personal one, and I will never give that away. But I bought some of these to help support her and her mission out there. So I have 2 left. So we'll raffle off these too if we get up to 1,000. And as long as you're a subscriber, then you can win it. Even Jennifer's a subscriber, so she could win it even. You know.
Well,
except
if that
for
were
Hope.
the case, then I would want to re-raffle it out. I mean, that would only be right. That would only be fair.
Life's not fair. Fuck it.
Okay.
So yeah, so we're gonna be raffling some stuff off, guys. I even have some Donnie stickers. I don't know where they are right now. I don't know where they are, but I have Donnie stickers. I have Eddie stickers. You know, whatever y'all want. Right on. So let's get on with the news. Oh wait, no,
let's do this.
I forgot. We got to do the quote of the day first.
Okay.
Oh, and your picture's in the way. There we go. Muhammad
I know
Ali.
where I'm going, and I know the truth, and I don't have to be what you want me to be. I'm free to be what I want. Muhammad Ali.
Right?
Great quote.
Yeah, I like this. I like this. You know, Muhammad Ali is a good boxer. He may have had some sketchy stuff to where he got out of serving in the military, but this is something you need to know. You know, you got to know where you're going. You've got to know your own truth, and you don't have to be what you want me to be, but I can be whatever the hell I want. So basically, don't tell me what the fuck to do. Just kiss my ass.
That's not what I got out of that at all.
You and I get different things. What did you get out of it?
I got the, I know where I'm going and I know the truth, and I don't have to be what others want me to be. I can be whatever I want to be.
You know, kind of sounds like a song, but then it's Muhammad Ali, right? Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Right.
Don't mess with me, Muhammad Ali. All right. I think this one's too small for you, right? Do I need to read this one?
I can read the headline. Biden defends his decision to withdraw from Afghanistan. Quote, "It was a hard decision, but the right decision."
All right. So it says the National Review on Tuesday, President Biden reaffirmed his decision to withdraw from Afghanistan in his fourth and final speech in front of world leaders at the United Nations Assembly. Does he even do his own speeches anymore? They probably have like some voice recorder that comes out and he just opens his mouth.
I haven't seen this one. Like, I haven't seen any footage of, him giving this speech. I'm sure other people have.
Yeah.
You'd have to decide for yourself when you see that.
Well, nobody wants to listen to him speak.
No, but some people need, some people hate watch, and other people just like to, learn and see things for historic value, I guess.
Oh yeah, me and Gra would do that with this girl named Anarchy Princess. She's this crazy liberal psycho chick. We used to watch her just to hate watch her, and it was funny. Exactly. If I would type something in her chat, I guess I'm so well known in her world. She'd be, oh my God, Eddie Block is here. Fucking Eddie, you fucking crazy, conservative. Yeah.
People start hating on you in the chat.
Yeah. And I just have fun. I'm like,
oh, right.
Because it's like, look at these. Even the liberals know who Eddie Block is,
You're kind of a big deal.
I am. And Hope says, don't say that to me anymore because my ego is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. That's what she said.
Really? Right. She might not be wrong. I think I'll take her advice.
Oh, Hope knows me very well. We've been friends for quite a while. So, so it says, when I came, so that's what President Biden said. I hate even calling him that, but I mean, we have to. I hate when people say he's not my president because in all reality, he really is.
Exactly.
Just like they're like, I hope he fucks up. I don't. You know why? Because he's still our president. That's like being
Right.
on the plane and saying, and you not liking your pilot and saying, "I hope our pilot fucks up." You're gonna die,
Right. And
asshole.
it's like stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, I stole that from somebody. I forget. And nobody's chatting anymore. What happened?
I don't know. When Biden said, when I came to office as president, Afghanistan had replaced Vietnam as America's longest war. He said,
Yeah.
I was determined to end it, and I did. It was a hard decision, but the right decision.
So he ended it just to start a brand new one. And nobody's chatting,
Pretty
right?
much.
Right.
I don't know. My chat, you know what? My chat froze too on YouTube.
Actually,
here.
so there is chat. Like I'm looking
There
at
it
it on
goes.
YouTube, but it's not
Right?
my chat up here is not showing it. So I guess we're gonna have to open up our YouTube and see it. Cause like I see all kinds of other people,
Mine is open.
but it's not showing up on this chat. Like
I
you
see that. It froze on Stacy's. She takes naps longer than 10 to 15 minutes. She's done.
yeah.
Can't nap anymore.
Okay, so sorry guys, I'm gonna have to look in here. So one of us is gonna have to go to Rumble, and so what we can see, and one of
I'll
us
go to
is
Rumble.
you'll go to Rumble. I'll watch.
Sure.
I will watch this one. I wonder, see, because the problem is if I reset it, then we're gonna be messed up. It's gonna
I'm
be.
the only person in Rumble right now.
Are you okay? Yeah, because the last thing I have here is Stacy's naps. Let me see if I can do something to fix this real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna try, but I don't think it's gonna work. Donations only. So let's go back to here.
Hope says chat's taking a nap.
Yeah, right. Well, okay, guys. So I'm gonna watch on here, and then when somebody pops up in Rumble, well, there says there's 5 people in Rumble. I don't know how we're gonna work this. So I'm doing my best, guys. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties today. It's just that kind of day. But as long as you guys can hear us and we can do the show, we'll just continue to do the show. And then once we get to Rumble only, then what we'll do is, oh, you know what I can do here? That little pop-out screen. Hold on. I gotta turn me off. Okay, perfect. So I can see the chat now. I can do it up here. And so what I will do is,
Eddie has boomer issues tonight.
I do have boomer issues. So let me lower it down just so you guys can all see it.
X out of the chat and then open it back up, Stacy says.
I can't because I'm in Rumble Studio, and the only way to get out of Rumble Studio,
yeah, no, yeah,
it'll shut off everything. But so I got it up here though.
Okay, I think she was thinking on the YouTube end of it probably because she's in. I'm still in YouTube. So I only had one person on Rumble.
Do you?
You have 5?
It's I can't see it now because I got rid of that screen so I could open up this screen.
Okay.
We're gonna fix this. At least we'll have YouTube chat right now, guys. Once we go to Rumble, I'll open up Rumble and I'll show Rumble chat. Rumble.
In the meantime, while you're doing all that, I think we can all pretty much agree that Biden's Afghanistan withdrawal was the most embarrassing, shameful, in my opinion, military action, definitely in our lifetimes, you know, in our generation.
Oh yeah.
What do you guys all think? I think everyone would probably agree with that.
100%. There we go.
13 American service members were killed in an ISIS suicide bomb attack. It also took the lives of nearly 200 other people. Yeah, you know, the news, they never mentioned that. That's 200 other people part also.
Really?
Which is frustrating.
Let me just
have you heard it?
No, I haven't. Yeah, that chat's still stuck. But here we go. So we got at least this chat showing everything for you guys.
Okay.
There we go. You can see a little less of it. 1995.
Yeah, tech support.
You know what, Gra? Bite me. Okay, so we have X and which now it's not up again because I had to restart my computer.
Take a deep breath. All right.
I am. And I got to get right back to the right spot on here. So we got to go to the first news thing because we have it on X. Here, right here. So it says Biden just defended. Can you guys see it? I don't see. That's the issue now. Now I don't know what you guys are
seeing. It should be Biden just tried to defend. I'm sorry. Go on.
That is probably better. Biden
Right.
just tried to defend his Afghanistan
Mm.
withdrawal at UNGA. This was the match that lit the world on fire. Biden and Harris abandoned women and girls to the Taliban and created chaos among the globe. Um, I think we have two of these. Let me look here.
Okay.
It says show X. What's the second one?
More importantly, they have abandoned the citizens of the U.S. domestically. Too. Little red said below that.
Yeah.
We have been invaded by mass illegal migration, much of which is paid for by our tax dollars via the NGOs we give money to. Never forget that. These NGOs that you guys are going to be hearing about these probably in the next few weeks, even
Yeah.
more and more, up to and after the election.
Oh
And I
yeah.
have a feeling these NGOs, it's going to be tied in with the outcome of November 5th's race and what steps will be taken to move forward with healing the nation.
Right.
Right.
Just 1 second. So I'm going to show you the next one then, because there was a second one that I have on this.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. This is
The next one.
from the next news. Okay, so we'll go back. We'll go to news number 2. Let's see. You can read that if you read the underlying stuff
Sure.
for me, because I'm going to log into Rumble just in case somebody talks over there. We don't want to leave the Rumble people out, right?
Of course not. Right. Antony Blinken, the Secretary of
Muffin Rando's here.
what
If
is
you
he?
wanna play
This
the song. Oops, sorry.
oh, is he in Rumble again? Anyway, you guys all know who Antony
We don't want to
Blinken
leave
is.
the Rumble.
He blows out. You sound funny again, by the way. Blows off congressional hearing of disastrous Afghanistan withdrawal. Free Beacon reports Antony Blinken failed to attend a Tuesday hearing on the Biden-Harris administration's bungled withdrawal from Afghanistan, defying a congressional subpoena and setting the stage for him to be the first Secretary of State ever held in contempt of Congress.
Wow.
Never happened before. I mean, if you're guilty, which he is, then you need to face, you need to own up for your actions. And here he is, just, like, I don't know about you guys, but when I get a subpoena, I have to go to court.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that everyone else in our room, everyone else here, same thing. But if you're you're the Secretary of State, you can just be like, I'll just not show up. Screw you, Congress. I'm gonna do me. Let you do you. That's wrong.
Yeah, don't bring up subpoenas to me, because
Well, I just read it.
the
I
last
mean,
3 years, no, I'm just making a comment. The last
well,
3
yeah. I
years,
mean,
you know how many subpoenas have been dropped off here in my house the last 3 years? It's just
a
not
lot.
even funny. It's a ton. So,
Well, too bad you're not Antony Blinken.
right? Although I was lucky enough to so I got a subpoena from Nancy Pelosi for the January 6th hearing committee, and I had to pay quite a few $1,000s to my attorney, but I got out of it, so that was a good thing. It was worth.
Yeah, but you're out all that money.
Honey.
You say worth it, but come on, man.
Well,
Never should have happened.
actually no, because so when I went last time, it cost me like $7,000 round trip to drive there with all the hotels and stuff like that, and I paid my lawyer $3,000. So I saved $4,000 when you think about it, and I didn't have to testify in front of Congress, because I would have been like that dude the other day in that Young whatever trial. Like,
the YSL.
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't know, I don't remember, I don't know.
Right.
And that's what he said. He's like, if Eddie shows up, all he's going to say is, I don't remember and I don't know. So why are you going to make him go all the way to DC? Because that's all he's going to say.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you, Norm Pattis. You're the greatest attorney in the world. So because of all these issues, I have 2 monitors. I need like 2 more. So if y'all ever want to help Eddie buy a new monitor, this one only costs $1,500. So if you guys want to help me, I need 2 more. So that's $3,000.
Only. Yikes.
Well, this one is meant for videographers and for photographers. So it has like it's what is it called? It's called Apple Studio, and it has like all the colors. So as a photographer needs all the colors, then I can do it. I can do whatever I want with pictures. Okay, so let's read what this says. Why was Antony Blinken unlikely to attend the House hearing? This is from News Nation. It says the State Department lashed at House Republicans over the subpoena earlier this month, accusing them of repeatedly calling for hearings on days they knew Blinken was unavailable. How do they know he's unavailable? What's up, Brad? They should know.
Well, isn't his schedule like isn't it on the internet somewhere? Isn't it supposed to be?
Yeah.
because we hired him. He works for us.
Hold on a second. Hope just texted me breaking news. Let's see what this is about.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me copy this. This is good. I think we should show this right now because we talked about it last night. And
Mhm.
so, once again, remember how I told you that it's so great having an Apple computer because I can just take something, I just copied it from my phone. I'm not typing anything in. And look, this is why Apple products are so great because I just took a
Uh-huh.
text message from my phone, sent it to my computer, and here we go.
Is
New
somebody there?
York's New York City Mayor Eric Adams indicted in campaign finance case. Breaking news. This just happened 9:19 p.m. Eastern time. It is 6:36. So this news broke like 20 minutes ago.
Right?
All right. So let's do this. I'll read this one. How about that? New York
Please
City
do.
Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted on criminal charges in federal court in Manhattan. Sources familiar with the matter told CNBC. Adams, a former New York City police officer and state senator, is being investigated by the Manhattan U.S. Attorney's Office, which is eyeing whether his 2021 mayoral campaign conspired with the government of Turkey to funnel illegal donations into that campaign. Turkey. Turkey.
Yeah.
So it says New York City Mayor Adam, he's been indicted. The indictment, which remains sealed, at least in part, accuses Adam of criminal conduct related to his campaign.
In
Adams is,
2021.
yeah, in 2021. Adams is the first New York mayor to be criminally charged while still in office.
Damn.
Let's see, what else can they say? So earlier, earlier Representative Ocasio AOC, dumb horseface, called
Right.
on the mayor to resign, saying the flood of resignations and vacancies resulting from various federal probes. Yeah, didn't she like him? She's a liberal, right? They
Of
all like
course.
him, right?
Actually, she liked him only up to a point because he does have a police background,
Oh, that's
and we
right,
all
because she
know,
doesn't like cops.
she doesn't like right, exactly. She's on the defund the police camp.
Yeah.
She's part of that.
So here she said, for the good of the city, he should resign. Yeah, you should resign too, chick. Um, says on Tuesday, City School Chancellor David Banks told Adams he would resign. So there's all kinds of stuff. So this is breaking news, folks. Thank you, Hope. This
Yeah, thank you
Thank
very
you for
much.
sending that. You know,
Yeah, and it's actually I'm not sure if this is good news or not. I mean, I feel like he I'm pretty sure he regrets ever, running for mayor.
oh, I'm
And
sure.
think about it, what he's been going through. Whether he's decent or honest or not, that being a mayor in New York City with this migrant crisis stuff going on and all
Uh,
the high crime, um, a lot of the people that live there in New York probably thought, I'm going to vote for the former cop to be mayor because he's going to really clean the city up.
yeah,
He knows what needs to be done, and obviously he has not done those things.
sure.
Anyway, the internal Teamsters polling swings in favor of Trump after Biden dropped out of race. In a surprising turn of events, internal polling from the influential Teamsters Union shows former President Donald Trump leading against Harris among union members in all 50 states. Woo woo. Teamsters, one of the largest labor unions in the United States, represent over 1.4 million members across industries such as trucking, warehouse work, and construction.
So this is huge. 1.4 million members across the industry. And what did they say here? It was something. Wasn't
Well,
it
the
like
unions, they,
60
the
some odd
Teamsters have
percent?
u- well, the Teamsters have usually sided with Democrats,
Yeah.
like through the years. So,
So that's
Trump's not a
huge.
Democrat. So it's a very big deal. Did someone pop in? What was that?
Why? What happened?
Oh, it might have been on my end.
It's
I think
on
I need
your
to
end.
turn off my Discord settings later.
Gotcha. So yeah, so let's go over here. Let's show X, and then because now I'm on a different screen, I won't be able to see what I'm doing as much as I could
Mhm.
before. If you could let me know that what I'm reading is actually on the screen. You
Okay.
know what I
While
mean?
you're doing that, Stacey Milliken was asking about for Mayor Adams. She was asking, "Do you think it will stick? Do you think it will stick?"
I think it'll stick, and the reason
Mhm.
why is because all this stuff coming out. It's it's just a lot of big news coming out. I mean, it's just they can't deny it anymore. I think it's just that big that they're getting in trouble and they can't deny this stuff anymore. So they're screwed. You know,
Right.
the people are starting to watch news like yours and mine, and you know,
Mhm.
like Rob Gabea, Steven
Off-label
Crowder,
podcasts.
off label. They're starting to watch the people that aren't left, and we show the real news. Like us, we may give you our opinions, but we give you both sides, so you can see both sides. We show you the truth, even if
The
it's bad
facts.
for us. Yeah, we show you the facts. If it's bad for President
Yeah.
Trump, I'm still gonna call him on it.
Oh, well.
You know,
Oh, well. Yeah.
and I
Facts are
think
facts.
people are doing that a whole lot more. So let's see if they show the numbers here. It says 1.4 million members across the industries, but didn't it say a percentage somewhere here? The internal polling results. Can you see where I'm reading?
Yeah, yeah, the
Okay,
internal polling reportedly shows that
shows.
union members, well, I already said all that.
Okay, the shift among the Teamsters could have major implications on the Democratic Party, which has relied on union support for
Interesting,
decades, but they're not going to get it
right?
anymore. So yeah, I think this is really huge. I think this is huge for President Trump, and
Right?
good. I'm happy that this is happening. I
You
really
know, I
am.
think it's huge. Also, there's more like layers and levels to this, like the fact that the Teamsters have always leaned, in the past
Oh
for,
yeah.
what is it, for decades, on the Democratic side. So, and the fact that they were all such major big money donors for, for their party that the union got behind. I always thought that unions were supposed to be neutral.
Well,
Didn't
not
you?
really.
No?
No.
I mean, I know they're not, but supposed to be is what I'm thinking was
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
God
did.
Rides a Harley says Crowder dropped another major bomb today on the World Health Organization and BlackRock.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I didn't get to see it. Well, I haven't watched him in a while, but he sent me that this morning, and I didn't get to check on it.
Right. Okay, the former CIA director Leon Panetta claims Israel detonating Hezbollah's pagers is terrorism. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to want to read. Okay. This attack is the opposite of terrorism. It was precisely targeted to hit Hezbollah terrorist leadership. And Town Hall reports the former CIA director, Leon Panetta, called the mass detonation of Hezbollah pagers and walkie-talkies a form of terrorism. The ability to be able to place an explosive in technology that is very prevalent these days and turn it into a war of terror, he was stating. So
Yeah.
this is our former CIA director.
Yeah. And
Yeah, that's
well, it's because he's a
weird.
Democrat, and all different. Why Democrats are against Israel? They're so pro-Palestine. Palestine is not even funny, and that's the issue here. They're just so
Yeah.
pro-Palestine that they're anti-Israel, just like they're so anti-Trump that even if Trump does something good, they make it look like he did something bad. You know,
Yep.
and that's
Yep.
all this is. That's all this is. Let me make sure you can see that. Okay, so this is from Ken Klippenstein over on
Yes.
Twitter.
X.
I mean X, and he says, "Gosh darn it, I messed up."
It's okay.
He says, "Former CIA director." He basically what he says, "I don't think there's any question it's a form of terrorism. When you have terror going into the supply chain, it makes people ask the question, what the hell is next? The forces of war are largely controlling." But I wanted to show this video.
The United Nations labeled
Let's
the
see what-
operation a violation of international law, and it's raised some eyebrows here at home too.
The ability to be able to place an explosive in technology that is very prevalent these days, and turn it into a war of terror, really, a war of terror. This is something new.
Is it terrorism?
I don't think there's any question that it's a form of terrorism.
Former Defense Secretary and former Director of
know.
the CIA, Leon Panetta, wasted no words in describing what he fears may be the result of letting this particular genie.
Okay, so I didn't watch this. I didn't realize how liberal this one was, and I just followed the guy too. But
It's CBS. Well, the guy's a reporter. I don't know if he's
Ken
fed in
Klippenstein
with the network.
Yeah, I don't know. So I had a
He's
second
an
one on here.
independent.
Okay, so this one is from Barry Tagai. And he says, during the last presidential election, he was one of the 51 signers of the bogus letter claiming that Hunter Biden laptop story had all the earmark of a Russian disinformation campaign. He is an
That's where I've heard the name
untrustworthy.
before, right?
Yeah, untrustworthy. So I'll follow this guy. Father, grandfather, entrepreneur, PhD, conservative American, and Zionist.
Follow him, yes.
Yes.
Very gay.
Actually, no, it's not that bad to follow liberals either, because I like it because you get to see what they talk about and you can see their
Yeah.
talking points. And honestly, I'm the kind of person, if I felt the Democrat candidate was better off for my opinions and my views, I would vote for him. I don't
Me
vote
too.
by party, I vote by the person. So, like, way back a while ago, I was running for county supervisor. And
Mhm.
when I did that, this one guy who was running for city council, he's liberal, but he was real more center than liberal, than left. And we became really good
Mhm.
friends. And the more I talked with him, the more I realized he would vote in my favor, on almost everything. And so if I was in his district, I would have voted for him, right? And
Right.
then not only that, when I ran for county supervisor, he called me up and says, "Hey, can I have one of your signs and put it in my yard?" So this liberal leftist took my campaign sign and put it in his freaking yard, and he told people, yes, Eddie may be on the right, but he has good values and stuff like that. So he was actually awesome. And
Right.
what's really funny is, so I got called into the SEU something. It's the union for the teachers, the local teachers, and
The Service Employees Union.
something,
Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Yeah.
SECU, that's it, SECU. So I go in there
Okay.
and I was like, "Why'd you even call me in? I'm conservative, right?" And they're like, "Well, actually, we've been doing a lot of research on you, Eddie, and we like a lot of the stuff that you say." And they told me, why do you think you can run in an all liberal district and an all Mexican district? And I was like, well, first off, my wife is Mexican. I said, second off, I speak more Spanish than she does.
Uh-huh.
And I said, and I'm what's good for the city. I'm looking out for the city and the county, And after I talked to them more, they actually decided they gave half of the donation to me and half of the donation to the liberal person, which they've
Mhm.
never done. And I was like, wow, you guys are really donating money to me. Like, Eddie, you really struck us as somebody that's truthful and somebody we can trust. And so that's why we decided to give it. We've never given a conservative person money ever, and they gave it to me. So that was
Impressive.
really cool. Yeah.
Good job.
All right. We're on number 4, I believe. There we go. Oh no, we did
It's
number
the same
4, huh?
one. Right.
Okay, I'll read this one because it's really small.
Thank you.
Hold on, let me put the chat back up there so you guys can see the chat. So, Independent Senator Joe Manchin refuses to endorse Kamala Harris after she threatened to end the Senate filibuster. Independent Senator Joe Manchin said he cannot back Vice President Kamala Harris for president after she said she supports ending the Senate filibuster to pass abortion protections in Congress. Now, I always thought Joe Manchin was a liberal. I thought he was.
He is. Well, he's a Democrat, but he's one of the
Hey,
middle
Andy.
of the road Democrats. People you could still work with them.
Yeah. Sorry, Andy, my chat messed up, so I don't have both chats, so I'm looking at my phone. But hi, Andy, over there in Rumble.
Hi, Andy. Welcome.
So do you know what a filibuster is?
Isn't it a filibuster where they never stop talking to be able to hold the
Yeah.
time before something gets passed
Yeah.
on the floor?
They do that, so what they'll do is normally what they'll say is they'll do all their talking, and then when they don't have any more talking points, then they say, "I'd like the whole bill to be read on the Senate floor or on the
Oh my.
floor." And sometimes these
Yeah.
bills are like 1,000 pages long. And so
Right.
so what happens is you'll see all the congressmen or all the senators leave because they're not going to sit there for 12, 13, 14 hours. And the
They
hope
can just
is
read it on their own or have their aides read it.
yeah. So then the
Yeah.
hope is that that everybody will leave that you don't want to be there. So when it comes time to vote, they won't be able to come in and do their vote. So I'm pretty sure that's a good definition of it.
It is.
So let me go to X here and we'll show you because I have a couple X things here. Sorry.
Okay.
Technical difficulties again today, guys. When don't we have technical difficulties? It wouldn't be a good day unless we had technical difficulties.
Right? It would feel odd.
Oh wait, I was supposed to read this one too. It says new Joe Manchin, a staunch defender of the filibuster, tells us he won't endorse Kamala Harris's now over her vow to gut the filibuster to codify Roe. Shame on her. Manchin, who is retiring at the end of the year, said it's in the Capitol. She knows the filibuster is the holy grail of democracy. It's the only thing that keeps us talking and working together. If she gets rid of that, then this would be the House on steroids. And so, yeah. Let me go now. We'll go to the next one. Sorry. So this next one that we were just reading about the filibuster, right? Duh. I was on the right one. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
So this one now says Kamala Harris wants to abolish the filibuster, but here's the letter she signed as senator pledging to support the filibuster to ensure the Senate continues to serve as the world's greatest deliberative body. Her word is meaningless. She'll say anything to get reelected. Let me make sure it's on the screen, and you can read that.
Senator Tom Cotton, he nailed it. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. She will say and pretty much do anything to get elected.
Right.
So this is somebody that we want in office.
This here says, Dear Majority Leader McConnell and Democrat Leader Schumer, we are writing to urge you to support our efforts to preserve existing rules, practices, and traditions as they pertain to the right of members to engage in extended debate on legislation before the United States Senate. Senators have expressed a variety of opinions about the appropriateness of limiting debate when we are considering judicial and executive branch nominations. Regardless of our past disagreements on that issue, we are united in our determination to preserve the ability of members to engage in extended debate when bills are on the Senate floor. We are mindful of the unique, so he says she'll say anything to get elected. I thought this would have been from her, but it's not. It's from Christopher Coons, a U.S. Senator. Interesting.
Well, Susan Collins and Christopher Coons signed that letter. Yeah.
Yeah. So, let's see.
So it's bipartisan, is what in my opinion, it's what this letter is showing.
Yeah,
this is a bipartisan letter.
Yes, you're right. Okay, we forgot to show the photo of the day, so we'll show the photo. Yeah, we're at the photo of the day this time.
Okay.
So this is the photo of the day. I don't. You know what? I do have the name of who did this. Let me see if I can bring it up.
This is a black and white photo of a valley in Yosemite. I don't know which one.
So that actually, because I had to restart my computer, it's gone. So Half Dome is kind of right in the middle at the very top. That's Half Dome and stuff. So it's what it's done is it's taken at a different angle. Like normally, most of the pictures of Half Dome are taken out. You come out of this little tunnel and you go to the left. I know what you mean. Parking.
Right.
So this is not there. This is actually taken farther down. But I love this picture. It's an awesome picture. So
I love seeing the tops of the trees on the bottom here with the heavy fog.
Yeah.
Like amongst all of them.
Yeah, that's all. This is, I love photography. So this is just this is the stuff that I like. And I just show you guys what I like. And maybe you guys will like it too. But we try and do a little non-monotonous thing or is that? I don't know. We try and
we like to break it up.
Yeah, we don't want you all just talking junk and stuff, So
the news gets old and it's boring. Let's be honest. The news is boring,
No, I did not take this picture, Red. Stacy, send me it. Send me the pictures.
Yeah, please do. Put it on she can put it on Discord and you can find it there, can't you?
I don't know if Stacy's in our Discord, but she emailed me before, so she can email me the picture. You send me some pictures that you like that you've taken. I'll put it up here, Stacy. I love showing off our friends from the channel because we're all friends here. We have to promote each other. Like Rob Gavea all the time mentions my name on his show, and he tells you where to go. And his mods are so good. They must have like a list of links of everybody because when Rich talks about his show, right away they say, here, click on this link, go to his show.
Right? Yeah, so they're great.
That's the whole point. We need to come together as a group because we're all patriots. We're all helping each other out. So send me your pictures. We'll put them up. I have no problem doing that.
Yeah, please do, Stacy. I'd like to see your pictures.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. So send it to us.
Yes, yours. Definitely.
We'll do it for sure.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh. I won't show it to you now. So let's go on to number 7, I think is where we're at, right? Are we at 7 already? No, we're at 6.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
we're at 6. Sorry.
Democrat radicals introduced legislation to refund UNRWA. Hard left Democrats introduced a bill to restore U.S. funding to the United Nations Relief and Works Agency, also known as the UNRWA, an organization that has been accused of supporting terrorist groups.
So you know what the first thing I wrote here is fuck this.
What?
I said fuck this. This is my first note on
that. Right. Yeah, of course it's going to be Jaya Pal. You guys know how liberal she is. I don't know much about Andre Carson
Yeah,
and Jan Schakowsky.
they're all
The three of
Democrats.
them introduced the bill.
Yeah,
The UNRWA Funding Emergency Restoration Act of 2024 seeks to have the United States resume funding the organization.
sure.
Of course, Donald Trump hated it. He tried to stop it in 2018, but or he did stop it in 2018. But then when Joe Biden, was inaugurated, he immediately halted it. What Donald Trump had done, and he restarted it when he took office.
Yeah,
What does it say? Then it was halted again when it was found that UNRWA staff members were directly involved in the Hamas massacre of more than 1,200 people in Israel on October 7th of last year.
yeah. So we're actually gonna these 2 pages I have over in for us, so we can see them real quick. No, Donnie, it's gonna take a second to
Also,
pop up.
Stacy says Stacy's going to send you some photos, and you can just choose one or whatever. She'll send a couple. She said,
Yeah, we've already shown the picture for today, but I'll use it in future ones.
"Yeah, please, yeah, I look forward to seeing them, Stacy."
Yeah, me too. I love photography. So it says representatives. This is basically what they read. On January 26th, in response to allegations received orally from Israeli officials regarding alleged involvement of the 12 UNRWA staff. So why do you think they're you know why they're doing this? Because all the Democrats are anti-Israel. They're all anti-Semitic, anti-Israel, which is funny because like Jamie Raskin is Jewish. Why why is he pro-Palestine more than that? I don't get it. I really don't get it. There's something going on.
Well, you have common sense. You don't owe allegiance to one political party like he does.
Yeah, that's true.
He must be making bank. They're all making bank. I think it's all because they're all becoming so wealthy while holding public office, and they don't want to stop their gravy train ride from coming in every night.
Yeah. Okay. So this X that says Democrat Pramila Jayapal attempts to appease so-called Free Palestine protesters after they hijacked a leftist conference. We have been fighting to make it clear that Israel is a racist state.
Prepare yourselves. She's total cringe.
Yeah. So Israel is racist. How often do you think Jewish people are racist? I think they've had a lot of stuff. Yeah, Schumer's Jewish too, right, Gra?
Right.
Right,
probably. I think he is.
So I hate to do this, but we're gonna have to hear this dumb chick. But it's important.
Just for a little bit. It's less than a minute, or it's about a minute long.
Yeah, it's about a minute.
Maybe I should just walk off. Guys, can I say something? Can I say something as somebody that's been in the streets and has participated in a lot of demonstrations? I think I want you to know that we have been fighting to make it clear that Israel is a racist state, that the Palestinian people deserve self-determination and autonomy, that the dream of a two-state solution is slipping away from us, that it does not even feel possible. It does not even feel possible. And I want you to know that while you may have arguments with whether or not some of us on stage are fighting hard enough, I do want you to know that there is an organized opposition on the other side, and it isn't the people that are on this stage.
Shut up.
Maybe I should just walk off. Guys,
shut up.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over. Thank
God.
goodness. Thank goodness. We both said, Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Another one?
Yes. Okay. So show X and Daily Wire. Did we show Daily Wire on this one? Let's see. I don't know if we did. Yeah, we did the we did Daily Wire already, I think.
We did. Yes.
Okay. So yeah. So let's go to the picture or the question of the day for today is, if there were no risks, would you rather visit the deep, deep, deep ocean or deep outer space?
Space.
You'd go to space? I'd want to go to, if there was no risk, I'd want to go to the depths of the ocean.
Would you?
Yeah. You know, because I love fish. Like I normally always have like a fish tank or something like that. So I love fish. And we've explored more of space than we'd ever explored in the ocean.
This is true.
So I would want to be able to go to the very bottom of the ocean. Like I love that movie, The Abyss. Did you ever watch that movie,
Mhm.
The Abyss? Heck
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah. See, Polly Wally says ocean. Growl says
Yeah.
space. What do you guys think? Where would you want to go? But I would definitely want to go into the ocean for sure. Just 'cause I
Yeah,
love fish, stuff like that.
I'd choose space. I like anything that has to do with anything in the air. Rockets.
Yeah.
I've been to I went on the tour when I was a teenager. I went to Florida, my family. We went to Cape Canaveral. I've been to the Johnson Space Center,
Uh,
Kennedy Space Center in
Wow.
Houston before also.
I'm surprised
I'm
Andy's
kind of
not
a
coming.
plane or a space nerd.
Well, Jenna says I like gravity and oxygen, but no, it says right here if there were no risks. So there's no risk.
Yeah, like that would plus oxygen in the water, Jenna. Think
That's
about that.
true.
But the question
true.
it does say no risks.
Hope says space, the final frontier.
Right?
But like, so I watch a lot of documentaries down there in the deep depths of the ocean, and because there's no sun, like these animals have something fluorescent. I forget what it's called, bioluminescence or whatever, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, bioluminescence. Yeah.
Bioluminescence, right? And it's just like awesome. So I love fish so much. When I lived in San Jose, every birthday, my girlfriend and I and my fiance eventually, we would always go to the Monterey Bay Aquarium every year. My birthday, that's where we were. It was guaranteed. And like they have the my brain's freezing. What are the fish that will sting you if you step on them? Jellyfish. So they would have these jellyfish, right? And when the jellyfish moves, you could see like it was just like looking at Christmas lights just moving. It's like awesome. It's awesome. That's why.
I like have you ever seen cuttlefish?
Yeah.
You know what those are?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I went to Houston, I also visited a place called Moody Gardens. It was near Houston. It was in I'm drawing a blank on the name. It's like right there, right near the water of the the Gulf of Mexico. Galveston,
okay.
Texas. Anyway, I don't think it's still there. I'm not sure, but it was 3 pyramids, giant pyramids.
Yeah.
One was an aquarium. One was like a rainforest type place.
Yeah.
And the other one was an amusement park. These 3 giant pyramids there in Galveston called Moody Gardens. Anyway, they had the aquarium pyramid. They had, all kinds of sea life and you could like pet things and touch things.
Yeah.
But the cuttlefish, they're amazing to me. Like their camouflage skills, they can, like a chameleon will change its look, like its color and whatnot.
Yeah.
But cuttlefish, they can change like their color, but also they can make it to where it's like it gives it depth. So like if there's like a boulder on the ocean floor or sea floor that it goes near, it'll be in front of it and it'll take on the pattern texture of the rock right next to it.
Oh wow. Gross says he's been to Moody Gardens. He says they're called extremophiles.
Yeah, Galveston. They're called. Oh, okay.
So you see? Can you see the picture? See how this one in the middle, kind of on the left, it's got those colors. Well,
second row.
Yes. So when you're actually looking at it, because they have them there, you can see the colors. They're flashing. They're flashing. Like look at this one right here. Look at the color. That's because they don't have color or light down there, so they provide their own light. They're their own light. So yeah,
that's cool.
Let's see. I love the ocean. Oh wait, hold. Let's see. Let's show this on a video.
Have you ever been stung by a jellyfish?
No, I haven't. I've been lucky.
All right, me too. Has anyone in chat ever been stung by a jellyfish? I'm curious.
You're supposed to pee on it, right?
That's the rumor. It's never happened, so I don't know if that would work or not.
Like, okay, here's one.
Need a UGC video for
hold on, we got to go through the stupid
and many other skilled
that's right.
commercial, but that gives me a chance to put it back on the screen for you guys.
To make everything pop. Learn the latest trends.
Stay up. So this is what I'm talking about right here.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Andy says my wife told me she got stung one time. I've never been stung by a jellyfish. And Andy would choose space. I know Andy would choose space because he always goes and watches the SpaceX launches and stuff like that. But
I do that too.
Yeah, this is what I mean.
Yeah, that's pretty.
You know. You've never been to the ocean, Paul? Wow. P doesn't work,
Either
says
of
Jenna.
them? Either ocean, we have two giant oceans on each end of the nation.
Yeah, but he
You've
lives in
never been to one?
Minnesota. He's from Minnesota.
Oh, okay, that explains. He's probably like been to Great Lakes, maybe. You seen those?
Yeah, maybe. But see, this is what I mean. Like, and then what else was I gonna say?
Stacey says she has never been bit by jellyfish, but she has been peed on before. Oh, Gross said it first. Sorry, she was just repeating what Gross said.
Oh, yeah. You know, Gra has a dirty mind. And Andy over there in Rumble says, my wife told me she got stung a few times growing up in Hawaii. Your wife grew up in Hawaii? Oh, how awesome
I
is
imagine, yeah, she probably got stung a lot.
that? Yeah, how awesome is that? Wait a minute. We just did this one. Yeah. So now we're here.
Yeah, we did. Oh, shocker, everybody. Kamala Harris is still dodging the media just before the election.
Right?
Daily Caller reports today CNBC host Joe Kiernan grilled Democratic Delaware Senator Chris Coons yesterday on Tuesday about Vice President Kamala Harris's quote, rope-a-dope, end of quote, strategy to avoid press appearances before the election.
Is Joe Biden that
accused
dope that she's roping?
Is what?
Is Joe Biden that dope that she's roping?
I'm not sure what. Yeah, it's a strategy apparently.
Yeah. But still, why? You know, they're pulling. You know, Joe Biden did this in the election in 2020 because they knew he was too stupid and it would set people off. I think they're doing the same thing for Kamala, right?
Well, it worked. Of course they are. It worked. I mean, the phrase "basement Biden." Hello.
Hello.
You guys remember that one? As I'm sure everyone can recall, during the 2020, year right before the election. I think wasn't basement Biden like trending on Twitter or X back then?
Maybe it might have been. Yes.
It was Twitter then. It was Twitter then.
Okay, I gotta go to whole school Safari. Let me try this one to see. There we go. Now you can read it all.
Okay.
So yeah, they say CNBC host grills Harris surrogate about her rope-a-dope strategy to run the clock out before the election. It says right here, if she would come on, we could get answers to a lot of these things. And I'm just wondering, as a surrogate that advises the campaign, there is an effort to a rope-a-dope this thing right to the election, in my view. The other side has done 40 to 50 interviews with J.D. Vance. I don't think I have to take my shoes off and count my fingers and toes how many interviews that she's done along the way. In fact, didn't that come out today? Didn't her new interview come out today?
Maybe.
Huh?
I haven't seen it yet. It might have. I haven't seen it yet.
Who that was with what company was that with? Let's look it up. Because maybe we can watch it real quick. It's the perfect time to watch it because I hear it's pretty bad. I know it's with this lady right here, 3 hours ago, 11 minutes and 59 seconds.
Our colleagues.
Let me put it on the right screen. Can you see that? Yes, you guys can. You guys want to hear this? I think we should.
Rule has just wrapped.
Can you put it on 1.25?
President Kamala Harris. The interview will air in full tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. But here's a preview. Here's what she had to say about Trump and his threat to impose tariffs.
Okay, hold on. Before we do this, I want to try and find the full one. I would think it would be on. That's a major speech.
If she did bad, then I think you'll have a harder time.
This is MSNBC. Here it is.
Oh, it was
after cooking a delicious
more
chicken cheddar broccoli recipe, you will want to close your delivery apps.
I don't think we want to do it.
Beats a perfect combo of sweet tomatoes and smooth, silky zucchini. Make your own Norte's combo. It's not fast.
We're almost done. Sorry, guys.
Good.
Stupid commercials.
I don't like zucchini.
Madam Vice President,
you
who just laid.
Oh, I like deep fried zucchini. Like you can get it at Carl's Jr. and then you dip it in the ranch. Okay, let's see what you guys can see over there. So here's my question, guys. It's 24 minutes long. If we do it 1.5
I thought it was 12.
That was the preview. That was the preview. This one's 24 minutes.
Shit.
Do you guys want to watch it all? I think we should watch it all. Just because we got to get the whole thing. What do you guys think?
Can we watch it on 1.25 speed, please?
The problem is, let's see what it sounds like on 1.2.
Okay.
I just would rather show it all so we can see it. But
it would be showing it all, just faster.
Yeah. Hold on.
Whatever you want to do, Eddie. I'll sit here quietly.
I know I don't want to see, but maybe we might not hear the subtle changes of her voice and stuff. Andy says she did terribly. She's Kamala Harris, of course. She did terribly. How about this? we're gonna do news number 10, and then I say we all go to Rumble and watch it in Rumble. What do you guys think? That way everybody's on the same chat again. What do you guys think? What do you think about that? Because this is our, how many news we got left?
Gross says Joe Biden fulfilled his bucket list this week. He got to sniff the ladies on The View.
Oh yeah, you know what? I have. I think I have one of those too. Well, you know what? We'll just watch it here. We'll do 1.25 speed. We'll watch it.
Thank you for speeding
About
it
your
up. I
economic
appreciate
vision for the future. Yeah. But still, there are lots
yeah,
of
that's not too
Americans
bad.
who don't see themselves in your plans. For those who say these policies aren't for me, what do you say to them?
Well, if you are hardworking, if you have the dreams and the ambitions and the aspirations of what I believe you do, you're in my plan. You know, I have to tell you, I really love and am so energized by what I know to be the spirit and character of the American people. We have ambition, we have aspirations, we have dreams. We can see what's possible. We have an incredible work ethic, but not everyone has the access to the opportunities that allow them to achieve those things. But we don't lack for those things. But not everyone, you know, gets handed stuff on a silver platter. And so my vision for the economy, I call it an opportunity economy, is about making sure that all Americans, wherever they start, wherever they are, have the ability to actually achieve those dreams and those ambitions, which include for middle-class families, just being able to know that their hard work allows them to get ahead, right? I think we can't and we shouldn't aspire to have an economy that just allows people to get by. People want to do more than just get by. They want to get ahead. And I come from the middle class. Look, my mother raised my sister and me. She worked hard. She saved up. By the time I was a teenager, she was able to buy our first home. And, you know, home ownership for too many people in our country now is elusive. You know, gone is the day of everyone thinking they could actually live the American dream. So part of my vision for the economy is let's deal with some of the everyday challenges that people face and address them with common sense solutions, such as affordable housing.
Over the last 4 years, there have been tremendous economic wins, and you've just laid out a big plan. But still, polling shows that most likely voters still think Donald Trump is better to handle the economy. Why do you think that is?
Well, wait, real quick. I'm gonna pause it. I gotta explain something to you guys real quick. How many of you think they're really in a workshop?
Doesn't look like it.
It's not.
It's a weird.
So I'm gonna explain to you how it works. Because I've ran a news, right? And I go to all these news conventions. So what the new green screens that they have, what they do is they actually, whoops, the wrong one. So they actually fold, so they come down green and then they have an angle and they come underneath. So the whole entire stage is green. The whole entire stage. Like right now, I have a green wall behind me, but you don't see that. That's how they make it work. So the whole entire stage is green. So even though if you're looking here, it looks like they're on a stage because it looks like their feet are actually touching that. What their feet are actually touching is green. That's why.
Oh, I get what you mean. So it's like the floor's green and the wall behind them, kind of.
Yeah, and so in the back it curves up, so it looks like it's perfectly smooth. That's why if you look, it looks kind of blurry in the back, and so they do have the desks next to them. But do you see where Kamala's desk doesn't look right with the stuff behind it? They're on a green screen. They're on a studio. They're not in that shop.
Interesting.
Yeah, and plus it would sound different.
What's up with the I don't know who that is on the left interviewing her, but what's up with the Wednesday Addams dress that she's wearing there with the red heels?
That's true.
A weird outfit.
It is, isn't it? And her lipstick doesn't match. Normally when you see women, maybe I'm wrong, but I think when you see women wearing red shoes, they have red lipstick, right?
Yep, red lipstick, red handbag. Yes, a red purse.
Like there's a judge. Sometimes me and Gra will watch. She's out of Texas, and in San Antonio, and in her courtroom, she always has flowers and a purse next to her. You know, showing off her purse and flowers every day. She's a pretty cool judge too. So, anyways, let's get back to this so we can get over this stuff.
Okay. Here's what I know in terms of the facts.
Nothing.
Donald Trump left us with the worst economy since the Great Depression. When you look at, for example,
Stephanie
the employment
Rule.
numbers.
It was during COVID, and employment was so high because we shut down the government, we shut down the country.
Even before the pandemic, he lost manufacturing jobs by most people's estimates, at least 200,000.
Okay, I'm going to be a jerk. Actually, no, I'm not.
He lost manufacturing plants. Ask the auto workers how he lost auto plants. We have grown over 20 new auto plants. He has an agenda. Let's just deal with right now going forward, not to mention what happened in the past. He has an agenda that would include making it more difficult for workers to earn overtime, an agenda that would include cutting off access to small business loans for small businesses, an agenda that includes tariffs to the point that the average working person will spend 20% more on everyday necessities.
Okay, real quick. First off, he wants to do no taxes on overtime. Secondly, what those tariffs do is they bring the companies back here and get more jobs for Americans.
Yep.
So go fuck yourself.
Gross says, look close, everybody. The shadows are in opposite directions. Look at the ladder in the background and the shadow of their chair legs.
Oh, we got to watch that.
And
then.
an estimated $4,000 more a year on those everyday necessities, to the point that top economists in our country, from Nobel laureates to people at Moody's.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
The darn thing will go away. So look at the ladder. Oh, you're right. So look, the ladder shadow goes this way, and then the chair shadows go this way. Good catch, Gra. Great catch.
Yeah.
But
also, I'd like to point out this is another instance where we are watching Kamala Harris speak, and we can never see the ear on our left, on her right side. Her right ear is, you can never see, her hair always blocks her right ear.
Yes.
I'm still convinced that she had a thing in her ear at the debate. You guys are going on and on about these Bluetooth earrings, but I'm not saying that that's not what happened, but I still believe she's got an earpiece in her right ear on our left side when we're watching her.
Yeah. So here's another thing. So if you look at her, the outline of her leg, it gets a little blurry in some areas. That's because the computer's trying to separate the green. And also, let me show you on my screen. So if you're looking at me right now, see right here, you can see a little bit of green. And if I go to certain areas, because
I can see it more.
Yes.
Right.
So the green is bouncing off of me. You're not supposed to be this close to the wall because the green reflects on you. But I have such a small house, I have to. So that's another thing you guys can. I'm just giving you guys tips so you can look for stuff so you know when they're actually lying to you guys.
Stacy, because she's a photographer, she said it could also just be that because there's multiple light sources there in the room with them. That is a possibility.
It's a possibility, but I know
Stacey,
this is a
I
green
want to ask
screen.
you, before we continue, I want to ask her real quick. Based on those light sources, though, and how bright they are, do you think that that's what's going on here? Because in my opinion, I'm not a photographer, so I'm not an expert, but it just seems off. Like, I can see what you mean about multiple light sources, but would it be that bright back there? Like, what do they have, about 10, 15 different lights in this room, all at different angles? I mean, it is possible, but
this is definitely a green screen. I mean, and another way that you can tell, do you hear how clear their voice sounds and stuff like that? In that
no
room,
echo in the room.
There's no echo. That's a concrete floor. It would definitely have a lot of echo. It would definitely have a lot of echo. So, but no, I agree with you, Stacy. That's true. That could be also something that's going on.
Let's watch it some more and see if maybe we pick up something else here.
And Goldman
Let's
Sachs,
see if Kamala says something that
compared
makes us
my
want to
plan
vote
with
for her.
Yeah.
And said my plan would grow the economy, his would shrink the economy. Some of them have actually assessed that his plan would increase inflation and invite a recession by the middle of next year. So the facts remain that Donald Trump has a history.
Donald Trump is not going to cause a recession. You guys are causing the fucking recession.
It's active. They're still in power. Everything that she says we're going to do, she can do right now.
Right.
She could have done yesterday. Right.
They're of very rich people. And I'm not
Blaming
mad
the
at anybody
rich.
for being rich, but they should pay their fair share. But tax cuts for the billionaires and the top corporations in our country, and then not really paying much attention to middle-class families. My perspective on the economy is when you grow the middle class, America's economy is stronger. And there's empirical evidence to.
Okay, real quick too. So Stacy, if you look at this, look at her hair, you can see where the edges are not perfect, where the computer is compensating. Like, look at her finger. Okay, look at her finger right now. Do you see where her finger's up?
Yep.
And do you see how there's a blur right there?
Look at her pinky.
Yeah, that's a green screen. I guarantee you it.
It might even be a deep fake.
An
This whole
AI.
thing might even be a deep fake for all we know.
Yeah. No, this
Her hair
this is
looks
a green
weird.
screen.
Oh, it is? Okay.
This is definitely a green screen. I can see it.
Okay.
It's a green screen. Just so we can end the debate.
No worries, Stacy. She said she thought we were just talking about the shadows around the women.
No.
Sorry. Nothing to be sorry for, honey.
No, we're just trying to show that it's a green screen.
My point correct.
Also, keep
Now let me
watching
ask-
her right ear.
Keep watching her right ear. Real quick.
Yeah, look for it.
I'm just gonna show you guys something. I'll show you what I mean. I have a picture, but I don't want to search for it. But I'll show you what we're talking about, like when it comes to green screens.
Mhm.
Let's see if they have professional, like these. The ones they have, like we had at our school, are super expensive and professional. Like this one's not even. Like this. Here you go. This one is a good example of it, but you can't see it. Hold on, let me see what you can see here. Okay, so let me move this all the way. Oh, you can't see it. Real quick. So I'm gonna move this over here so we can show this truck. This is what I mean. This is the kind of green screen that they're sitting on.
Okay.
It's very
That looks
expensive.
about right, too.
You know, this is
Right.
what I mean by with the curves and all that stuff. That's the kind of green screen that they're sitting on.
TB was pointing out that Kamala, she blames the rich, but it's a ripple effect to the poorer people. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. Let's finish watching this stupid nonsense.
About taxes, because lots of people will say, I don't like Donald Trump, but he cut my taxes. He didn't just cut corporate taxes, he cut individual taxes. Now that expires next year. And there's some people confused saying, I don't know what's going to happen next year. Under a Harris administration, at what income level should someone expect their taxes to go up? And that state and local tax deduction that's currently capped and matters to a lot of people in blue states, you're going to lift that cap?
So first of all, when it relates to anybody making less than $400,000 a year, your taxes will not go up. Your taxes will not go up.
And actually,
in fact,
it did go up, didn't it? I don't pay taxes anymore because, you know, my VA money is not taxable. So it's definitely, I heard it went up. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it went up.
Right. Under my plan, taxes for 100 million Americans will actually be cut, including $6,000 a year for young couples for the first year of their child's life, and a tax credit, essentially.
Credit. There's a difference between a credit and a cut, lady. Big difference.
She tried to slide it in there, all skilled, like make people think, like if hearing her say that like that makes you think that she meant cut.
Yeah. And just real quick, guys, you know how you're saying it might be AI? Look at her hands now.
I didn't say AI, I said a deep fake.
Well, deep fake, because look at her hands now. Look how blurry that is. We are watching this in 1080p, high definition.
Mhm.
Look at the way the fingers are. Look how it looks all blurry.
Well,
Something's
she's also
wrong.
moving.
It doesn't matter. In 1080p, it won't show like this. 1080p.
That's interesting then.
Yeah.
Expansion of the child tax credit. And why is that? Because during the first year of a young couple, of a person's child's life, they're going to need help buying a crib, buying a car seat. And we all benefit when they're actually able to do what they naturally want to do to take care of their child.
Okay, I know I keep stopping. I'm sorry. But tax credit after the year is up. So it's not going to help if they don't have the money right then and there to buy it. You're not giving them $6,000, lady. They get it afterwards, after they spent. In order to get $6,000 tax credit, you got to spend like $30,000, right? Or something like that.
Yep.
So
something like that. Yeah.
But people don't know that. And that's how they're getting it, because people are uninformed. And that's why you guys watch us, because we're informing you.
Child tax credit, or you mentioned housing before, giving that extra money for a first home. If you can't raise corporate taxes, or if GOP takes control of the Senate,
you
where do you get the
mentioned giving
money?
that extra money for a first home.
Yeah.
Lie.
Tax credit.
Lie.
Tax credit.
But Wednesday Adams here is definitely lying. Yes.
Yeah.
Do that. Do you still go forward with those plans and borrow?
Let me show you how we do stuff around here.
Ah, stupid
Actually,
commercial.
My department uses Monday.com, so I'm good. Work math.
Right. And yeah.
Well, but we're going to have to raise corporate taxes, and we're going to have to raise.
Do I need to go over my explanation again about corporate taxes and who pays them?
Nope.
Okay.
No, we all know.
Thank you. Just real quick, I have to do, just in case somebody's watching that doesn't normally watch the show. If I'm Amazon, I want to make $5 for this, and you raise my corporate taxes, so I figure out how much more those taxes are going to be. So I still make $5. I'm going to make $5 no matter what. So if the government raises my corporate taxes and I'm still going to make $5 on this, then you're paying the tax different, folks.
We're going to have to make sure that the biggest corporations and billionaires pay their fair share. That's just it. It's about paying their fair share. I am not mad at anyone for achieving success, but everyone should pay their fair share. And it is not right that the teachers and the firefighters that I meet every day across our country are paying a higher tax than the richest people in our country.
Bill Gates just said it this week. If he was in charge of taxes, he would have paid more. But how do you find that line to make sure corporations are paying their fair share, but they're not leaving our country?
Well, listen, I work with a lot of CEOs. I have spent a lot of time with CEOs, and I'm going to tell you that the
CEOs?
business leaders who are actually part of the engine of America's economy agree that people should pay their fair share. They also agree that when we look at a plan such as mine, that is about investing in the middle class, investing in new industries, investing in bringing down costs, invest in entrepreneurs like small businesses, that the overall economy is stronger and everyone benefits. Part of my plan for the economy is investing in new industries in a way that we have active partnership with the private sector. I've worked with the private sector my entire career. Even as vice president, working with some of the biggest banks and biggest tech companies to increase by billions of dollars the money going into community banks to increase access to capital for small businesses.
Okay, real quick, she's talking about, big companies. Gee, let's see. California has the highest tax on corporations. And what's everybody doing? Didn't Elon Musk just move his whole entire company to Texas?
I believe it. It's been an exodus.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the U-Haul rentals. The state of California ran out of U-Haul trucks to be able to move out of the state. People had to wait for months at a time for someone to bring a U-Haul back. They had to pay drivers to drive U-Hauls. Usually it would be people that were moving from wherever into California, and then the U-Haul is here to be rented by somebody in California for, moving out of state or whatever. Everybody left so fast and took all the trucks. No one's moving back into the state, bringing these trucks back. So U-Haul had to, U-Haul and like Ryder and Penske, all those truck rental companies, they've been having to hire. I know people that have like taken jobs to drive, and they would fly to different places in the nation, go to the business, sign up or, check in, and then drive the truck across the country into a, rental location within the state. Insane.
Okay, can you guys see this on the screen? Yeah, you can. Okay, so we're just looking at a studio to one-bedroom apartment, a 10-foot truck. This is going from San Francisco to Las Vegas, Nevada. $631. Okay.
That doesn't include mileage.
No, that
Or
doesn't.
does that include? That does.
No, it does. 4
days.
days and 668 miles. So
It doesn't include fuel.
Doesn't include
That
fuel.
was it.
So now
That's
let's
right.
go how much was that? It was 600 and something?
Yeah.
So let's go Las Vegas, Nevada to San Francisco this time.
Wouldn't it be the same?
You would think. But let's find out. Let's get the real thing. And we're on the same date, everything.
Odd Rides a Harley's going to be back later.
Okay.
I don't blame him.
It's a little cheaper. $597.
Wow.
And it used to be more. It used to be a lot more.
Because of the taxes?
Yeah. No, they would charge you more because they didn't have, like you said, the vehicles here in California. So they needed.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah. Okay.
Why do those biggest corporations and CEOs do that? Because they know those kinds of investments, like in our small businesses, in startups, and entrepreneurs, actually strengthens America's economy overall, and everyone benefits. So this is not about bilking anybody, but it is certainly about saying, let's make sure that we create opportunities for everyone to grow wealth. I believe that it is not sufficient, and it should not be our goal to just make sure everyone is working. That should be the baseline. That should be a given. And let's create an economy where people have the ability to buy a home, to start a business,
to take a nice vacation from time to time, right? For people who want to buy a home, yes, getting a $25,000 kicker would be great.
Once again, it's not a kicker. It's a tax credit. So if you don't have the $25,000 to put for your down payment, you're not going to get the house.
Are you picking up also that it's not Kamala saying these things?
It's her.
It's it's Wednesday Adams saying these
That's
things.
true. Yeah.
That's how they get away with it. So that, we can't come back and jump on Kamala for saying, you said this.
Right.
And the words never left her mouth. It was this woman who said it for her.
Yeah.
Which leads everyone watching to perceive that Kamala's the one coming up with all these great ideas.
Hope is saying, just play the fucking video, Eddie.
Okay, yeah, play it. Let's play it through.
I'm just joking because that's what Hope would be saying. But I got to make a comment. Oh. While I do have a thing for redheads, not this one.
But it's not just affording a home. We don't have enough in this country.
You're absolutely right.
And one of the main problems are regulations and rules, strict rules at a local level. How does the federal government cut through all that red tape and get down to, the suburbs of Pittsburgh and say, we're going to have to build some affordable housing here? How do you connect the two?
So you're absolutely right. So across our country, people rightly are concerned about the cost of housing.
She's wearing those earrings
we need more supply. That is,
I see that.
Without any question, part of the solution. Creating more supply under my plan includes creating tax incentives to work with the private sector and home builders. Part of my goal and the plan would be to create 3 million new housing units for rent and for ownership by the end of my first term.
With BlackRock.
It includes also what we must do to cut red tape. You're absolutely right. It takes far too long and there's too much bureaucracy associated with home building. And I say that as a devout public servant. I know that we have to reduce the red tape and speed up what we need to do around building. And that is going to require working from the federal level with state and local governments. And it's going to be different in different places, depending on the needs of that community, the needs of that local government, that municipality, but working in consultation and coordination and also around incentives that we can create. For example, some of the work is going to be through what we do in terms of giving benefits and assistance to state and local governments around transit dollars and looking holistically at the connection between that and housing. And looking holistically at the incentives we in the federal government can create for local and state governments to actually engage in planning in a holistic manner that includes prioritizing affordable housing for working people.
Then let me ask you a business that matters a lot to this town.
Yeah.
U.S. Steel.
Yes.
Right? When you think Pennsylvania, when you think Pittsburgh, you got the Liberty Bell in Philly, and you got U.S. Steel in Pittsburgh.
That's right.
A Japanese company wants to buy them.
Says.
You are opposed to this idea. Many people are. But if the deal doesn't go through, they have said people could lose jobs. They could close mills. They could leave the state of Pennsylvania. I mean, that is like moving the Liberty Bell to Newark. So which is more important?
It's most important that we maintain America's ability to have American manufacturing of steel by American workers for a number of reasons, which includes, again, back to the point of growing our economy and how I think about the economy overall.
She's Italian
investing in new industries. There is not a new industry that I can imagine that is not going to require steel as a manufacturing of steel as a fundamental part of what it accomplishes. And having American workers in an American company manufacturing that steel for those new industries is going to be critically important, not only in terms of our economy, but also in the context of national security. Most people now realize if we didn't before the pandemic and the strain on supply chains and an over-reliance on foreign manufacturing, that we have to be intentional about US-based manufacturing. And of the products that we have to prioritize, steel is one of them. And that's always going to be my priority.
Steel workers matter in this country. Unions matter.
Yes.
In 2016, Donald Trump connected with unions. He saw them. There was an emotional connection. But what he didn't do was deliver policy. In the last 4 years, we have seen huge wins in this country for unions, but not all unions have gotten behind you. I want to understand, when the Teamsters decided not to endorse you, what was their reasoning? What are they looking for?
Well, let me go back to our just previous conversation. I'm very proud to have the endorsement of the steelworkers and almost every other major union in America, because I stand by workers and I stand by the importance of being able to join a union and to understand the benefit and the value of unions. And I understand the importance of investing in new industries and working actively with the private sector to grow our economy.
But I'm asking because there's this idea, we want something more from her. What is it?
Well, here's the thing, that back to your point about previous election cycles, Donald Trump made a whole lot of promises that he did not meet, and one would argue broke. Look at Lordstown. He said he was going to
sell your homes.
Yeah, don't sell your homes. And what happened? It shut down. Outsourcing under Donald Trump. His policies that are about putting, tens to hundreds of % tariffs.
John Deere.
Yes. Yes. So part of the
Yeah, and that's why if you go to North Carolina, there's a huge fucking John Deere plant. Dumbass.
challenge, and I don't disagree that it's a challenge, got to earn the vote of everybody, is reminding people of fact, regardless of what somebody says in a small rally somewhere. And I think that's really important. And that's part of what I'm doing in this campaign is to remind people, just like here in Pittsburgh, of the reality of who has stood with union labor, who stands for America.
Okay, I got to say this again. Like when she just said to remind people, and she did that little pause. Who else used to do that little pause right there and said it that way?
Obama.
Bingo. She's trying to be like Obama again.
Oh, she is being like Obama.
Yeah. Hey, Goofy. Yeah.
Hey, Goofy.
Manufacturing, who stands for American jobs.
Oh, yeah. Mushy,
Can I
mushy,
ask
mushy.
you about tariffs? Because you just mentioned it. It's not just with one company. Donald Trump's sort of big idea is this broad-based tariffs across the board. You and many others have said that would be not only disastrous, but it would be a direct tax on the American consumer.
It would be a sales tax on the American people. The independent economists have already measured this by the sales tax of doing a 20% tariffs on all imports that he has described would be a 20% sales tax in essence on basic necessities for the average American worker, average American family, totaling almost $4,000 a year. That is no small matter. Here in Pittsburgh, when I'm talking to a group of folks who work here, who live here, and
Okay, I'm sorry. I got to stop this real quick. I know I keep stopping it. You're all pro-union, right? But by taking the tariffs off, that means you're taking tariffs off. Tariffs are for companies that build in other countries and bring it here. So you're not supporting local unions by taking these tariffs off. You're making it easier for companies to go to other countries and build stuff there using child labor, paying people $1 a day in China. Do you know that the people who work for Apple, they can't even afford to get an iPhone because they make such little money over there?
Aren't they the factories that have the netting below their higher story windows?
So the people can't commit suicide.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear it might be $4,000 more a year for them. Look, people can't afford that.
But tariffs aren't unique to President Trump. President Biden has tariffs in place. He's actually looking to potentially implement more. Where do you come out on? Is there a good tariff, a bad tariff?
Well, part of it is you don't just throw around the idea of just tariffs across the board, and that's part of the problem with Donald Trump.
Right, Stacey?
Frankly, I'm going to, and I say this in all sincerity, he's just not very serious about how he thinks about some of these issues. And one must be serious.
Sorry.
And have a plan. And a real
I didn't
plan.
know
It's
she
not
was a
just about
comedian.
some talking
Yeah,
point
right.
ending in an exclamation at a political rally, but actually putting the thought into what will be the return on the investment, what will be the economic impact on everyday people. And when you look at my plans, you will see what those benefits will be. $25,000 down payment assistance for first-time home buyers. You know what that means?
Once again, it's a tax credit. It's not a down payment assistance. It doesn't mean you're getting a fucking $25,000 check to put a down payment, you dumb bitch. And you know what's going to happen? If she does get elected and she does this, it's just going to make more people vote Republican next time because they're going to be like, wait a minute. Because they're going to go and they're going to go down. Yeah, you know, I want to buy this house. How much you putting down? $25,000. Okay, can we see the $25,000 you need to, because you need to show proof of where you got the money. And they're going to be like, well, no, Kamala Harris promised us $25,000 down payment. And they're like, it's a tax credit, folks. You don't get it till you put the down payment down.
Right. Also, the housing industry, those selling the homes are just going to jack the prices up $25,000 to $35,000.
More.
So it's not going to matter. They've done it before. That's what they do.
Yeah,
and
great
she's
point.
so dumb. She doesn't recognize it.
Yeah.
You're creating the ability of that working person to build
You sure can,
intergenerational
Polly.
wealth. Doing the
Right?
work of a $6,000 child tax
Other
credit,
puncher.
doing the work of a $50,000 tax deduction for first-time small businesses, startups, because right
That's
now
a real plan.
it's a real plan. Because right now, and again, it's about paying attention to the detail and being serious about it.
Real quick. If you go to the Small Business Association, almost every new business owner can get a $50,000 loan to start a business. Of course, you got to have decent credit, right? And a business, they make you go through the loops. You got to have a business plan, you know, because they want you to succeed. They don't want to give $50,000 to any idiot who wants $50,000 to start a business. You got to show a business plan. So they already have that in place, Kamala. You didn't start that.
Right. Hello, Lauren. He made it.
Hey, Lauren.
And yes, Lauren, earlier, Eddie was showing the breaking news of what happened in New York with Mayor Adams.
Yeah.
We're all very shocked. We're all shocked, but not surprised.
Not
if that
surprised
makes
at all.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm serious about my enthusiasm and my for small businesses and my belief in what they will do as part of America's economic engine.
On Friday,
No, so looking at the fact that right now the tax deduction is $5,000. Nobody in this year of our Lord 2024 can start a small business with $5,000. Very few can. So extending it to $50,000 tax deduction for startups to generate the innovation and the ambition of the ideas that are present and among us, but need the
I
fuel
started
to
my
be able
thrift
to
store
actually
with
achieve the goal.
$10,000.
Hi, team. It's Nancy.
Oh,
I'm
no
hoping to
way.
join in
God.
supporting Vice
Oh
President
my
Harris.
Come
God, how
on, Skip.
dare you? Please.
His plan is not
Thank
serious when you lay it out like that, but a serious problem over the last few years has been inflation. Luckily, it's cooling, but prices are still high.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You've said you want to take this on by going after those who engage in price gouging.
Yeah.
But as somebody who supports free markets, who's a capitalist, how do you go after price gouging without implementing price controls? Because once we get in this zone, people start to
That's
get
a good
worried and
point,
they say, I
Stacey.
don't know what she stands for.
So just to be very frank, I am never going to apologize for going after companies and corporations that take advantage of the desperation of the American people. And as Attorney General, I saw this happen. In the midst of an emergency, whether it be an extreme weather
Really
event or even
now?
the pandemic, we saw it. Where those few companies, not the majority, not most,
Right?
but those
Goofy?
few companies that would take advantage of the desperation of people and jack up prices. Yeah, I'm going to go after them. Yes, I'm going to go after them. And that is part of a much more comprehensive plan on what we can do to bring down the cost of living, including housing, including the everyday needs of the American people.
On Friday, you are going to the border. Immigration is complicated. One of the issues is an economic one. And no one is eating cats and dogs in Springfield, Ohio. And I'm glad not to be talking about that. But there are people there.
And that's been proven wrong. There is people eating cats and animals
And dogs.
and dogs
Yep.
in
And
Springfield
geese.
and geese.
Yep.
So, yeah,
At the word. Yep.
lying.
They're
and,
lying to you. They are lying to our faces. They're gaslighting us and lying to our faces again.
and once again,
Let's get
you,
this over
you-
with,
like you
please.
pointed out earlier, Kamala didn't say that. She said that. So that way, Kamala, when it does come out proven, she's like, well, I didn't say that. The newscaster said
Yep.
that.
Right.
Are stressed, that feel that they're at capacity. Communities around the country that have legal immigration, many have said we're at capacity.
Lauren.
And many feel like the government has said to them, well,
Right.
adapt, sit down, be quiet. This is how it is. What would a Harris administration
is
do
how
for
we
those
do
communities
it.
who've taken in many, many legal immigrants, but are at capacity?
Well, first of all, we do have a broken immigration system
Mm-hmm.
and it needs to be fixed. And if we take a step back,
That's your fault.
months ago, some of the
Right.
most conservative members of the United States
Right.
Congress came together with others, proposed a border security bill that would have put 1,500 new border agents on the border to help those hardworking border.
And it would have sent how many millions of dollars to the Ukraine? I think only like 10% of that bill would go towards the border. The other 90% was going to the Ukraine. So, yeah. You can call it a border bill, but it was a let's give Ukraine money bill, right?
There right now, working around the clock, would have put more money into stemming the flow of fentanyl, which is killing Americans around our country and devastating communities, would have put more resources into our ability to prosecute transnational criminal organizations, which in my career, I've prosecuted. Donald Trump got word of the bill, realized it was going to fix a problem he wanted to run on, and told him to kill the bill, don't put it up for a vote. He killed a bill that would have actually been a solution because he wants to run on a problem
Right,
instead of fixing
Goofy?
the problem. And that's part of what needs to be addressed. And my pledge is that when elected president, if the American people will have me,
They
I will
won't.
bring that bill back and I will sign it into law. And we need a comprehensive plan that includes what we need to do to fortify not only our border, but deal with the fact that we
I think
also
we
need
had
to
a
create
plan. Didn't we have a
pathways for
big
people to
border
earn
wall
citizenship.
going up?
Then I want to just ask you about a little job and
Well,
a big
Eddie,
job.
this is
Okay,
her
the first
pledge,
one, just a
apparently.
fact check.
What's that?
She said this is her pledge. Fix the
Oh,
border.
Yeah,
You guys pick up on that?
I
It's
did.
her pledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's an idiot. And she's stupid. And whoever's speaking in her ear through her earrings or whatever is an even bigger dum dum.
Right?
There's
Almost
no little
every
job.
day. Okay,
There's no such thing as a little job.
Okay, fair. Because your opponent almost every day seems to be talking about this. So I just want to ask you yes or no. At
Okay.
any point in your life, have you served 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun, working out at McDonald's? Yes or no? That's it.
I have.
Okay, now the other job. Now the
Okay.
other
But
job.
it was
Okay.
not a small job. Like I did the
Okay.
fries. I mean, yes,
Okay, for a
but I
small
did.
period of time. But then let me ask about a big job.
But to your point, if you don't mind, before you
Please.
get to the big job, It's a
Jeez
there's
Louise,
a
these women.
part of the reason I even talk about having worked at McDonald's is because there are people who work at McDonald's in our country who are trying to raise a family. I worked there as a student. I was a kid.
That's how you're supposed
Who
to be
worked there
working
trying to raise families and pay rent on that.
Exactly.
And I think part of the difference between me and my opponent includes our perspective on the needs of the American people and what our responsibility then is to meet those needs.
And to the big job. You have laid out policy in great detail.
Yeah.
But the economy is an unpredictable beast. And you are running for a job that takes extraordinary instinct and guts.
Yeah.
What's the last time you had to make a gut decision? This here is very prescribed, very controlled.
Yeah. Probably the biggest gut decision I've made most recently is to choose my running mate. Yeah.
You didn't choose your running mate.
There were lots of good, incredible
Big fucking deal,
candidates. And ultimately that came down to a gut decision.
I know I'm out of time, but then I just want to ask you a question from my gut.
Okay.
Because today we're talking about we're talking about the economy.
Yeah.
And people don't think often about reproductive rights being an economic issue, but it is. A woman's ability to plan her future, her education, her life. Today, and in the last few days, Donald Trump keeps talking about it and how in overturning Roe v. Wade, he helped women. He protected women. He says they're miserable today. They're poorer today. They're more vulnerable
Right,
today.
Lauren?
He said he will be the protector of women if elected. Can you respond to that?
So Donald Trump is also the person who said women should be punished for exercising a decision that they rightly should be able to make about their own body and their future. So I think we would all agree that as a result of that perspective that he has about women, he also then chose 3 members of the United States Supreme Court who did as he intended, undid the protections of Roe v. Wade, and now in state after state, you see laws being passed that do punish women. Laws that, I mean, most recently, a heartbreaking story resulted in a young woman dying.
This has
A
been
mother of a
proven wrong.
6-year-old. Heart-wrenching stories. And that's for the listener, much less their family. So, look, I think the
And you notice she didn't tell the story because it's already been proven that they lied about that story. So she
It's
just
lying
says
to our-
the story, right?
Right.
Sorry.
Yep.
Donald Trump,
It's
is that
almost over.
Yeah, it's almost over.
I don't think the women of America need him to say he's going to protect them. The women of America need him to trust them.
Can we trust you?
Yes. Yes. I am not perfect, but I will tell you, I'm always going to put the needs of the people first.
Madam Vice President, thank you for your time.
Bullshit. Okay, we're finally through that. Sorry, guys. Sorry we had to go through that, but it needed to be done.
We did it. We did it, everybody.
Yeah, we did it. We
Good
made
job.
it through there.
Right?
We made it through there.
Rainbows, puppies, kittens, babies,
Yeah,
all of it.
we made it.
Donald Trump says on Kamala Harris's border visit, quote, "What a disgrace that she waited so long." Vice President, Newsmax reports Vice President Kamala Ding Dong Harris's plans to visit the border in Arizona are ill-advised, as there is, quote, "never going to be a good time for her to talk about the administration's actions or her own as the border czar," Republican National Committee Chairman Michael Whatley said.
Yeah, so I think this is just going to be a photo op. She's just going there strictly for the photo op. I could be wrong.
Also, you kind of had a hard time finding this video, and I had no idea about it. If you didn't have this on here, I probably wouldn't even have known that she had done this interview. And this is her 3rd one since the debate, 3rd or 4th?
Something like that. Yeah, not very many.
At least
of
this
them.
one wasn't as like chopped up as that first one. Remember that?
Yeah.
So choppy. Yeah.
So let's see.
Nothing changes. He's right.
Yeah, nothing
RNC
changes.
Chairman Whatley, he's 100% correct. Nothing changes. Everything she's saying, she's acting like there's some boogeyman in office doing all these terrible things, and she wants to come save us all from it.
Yeah.
And she's part of the team of this boogeyman that's created all this chaos and all the negative things that are happening in our nation right now. And I'm just blown away that anybody would vote for her. I mean, I'm 100% convinced people voting for her all have TDS. That's the only reason why they're voting for her.
100%. So look here, it says her administration took 94 executive actions to dismantle the most secure southern border that we have ever had, and has allowed 10 to 15 million illegals immigrants to come into the United States, bringing fentanyl.
Invade.
Oh, invade. I'm sorry. Invade, even.
No, I'm saying invade.
Oh,
It
invade.
said to come into. I'm saying
Hey,
invade.
Stacy. Stacy just
And I'll
switched her
fight
on.
anyone that says otherwise.
Yeah. These are the
Yeah.
people we don't know who they are, where they are, or what they're doing. But we do know that the Biden-Harris administration own FBI has said is a clear and present danger to America. A clear and
Christopher Wray
present
said that. Yep.
Let's see if there's anything else in here we need to read, because we have another one on this. We'll just go to what President Trump says about this one.
Oh, great.
So President Trump, let me see if you guys can read it. Yes. After almost 4 years, border czar Kamala Harris has decided for political reasons that it's time for her to go to our broken southern border. What a disgrace. She's a huge disgrace. So disgraceful, that woman. So disgraceful that she waited so long, allowing millions and millions and millions of people, illegals, I call them, because they're illegals, these illegal aliens, to enter our country from prisons, mental institutions, criminal cells all over the world. It's terrible. Just terrible, right? So terrible. Not just South America. Many of those coming are terrorists, and at a level never seen before. Never seen before. So big. She's trying to con the public like she did a good job at the border, when in fact, she destroyed the very fabric of our nation, allowing 20 million people, some good people, mostly bad, rapists and whatnot, to enter from places unknown. Sorry, that's the best Trump I can do. I'm not that good at Trump, but
Not bad. No, not bad. Not bad.
I
On
try.
a scale of 1 to 10, I would give you a 7.5.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
see?
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So let's go to the next one. Here you go. I think you can read that one, right?
Okay.
It's big enough.
I can. A judge eliminates affirmative action program giving $37 billion with a B to business owners who are women, racial minorities, etc. Daily Wire reports a federal judge this week ruled against a Biden-Harris administration program that allocated around $37 billion in federal road contracts for businesses owned by women and racial minorities, raising questions about the future of a decades-old affirmative action program.
So I think we're at that stage in our country now to where everybody's pretty much equal, right? Everybody has an equal chance here in America. And so I don't think this should just go to women and minorities. I think everybody should have the availability to get these funds. You know?
Yeah. It always had been.
Yeah. You know, I mean, they talk about, women aren't that big. How many CEOs are women now? How many CEOs are women? There's a lot of women CEOs, and they make a lot more money than men do.
Oh, right. I mean, I'm a woman, and I think the gender pay gap, I think it's a myth. I'm a woman. I can say that. You're a man. You can say it too.
Thank you, Jenna.
But I mean, when it comes to talking to them,
right?
And they say that it exists, it does not exist.
And like
it has more more to do with, when women get jobs, not just CEOs, but women in general, when they get jobs and they get knocked or they get pregnant and they take time off, that affects the company. And so of course the company is, they got to pay money and fill your slot while you're, on leave.
Yeah, but now they have paternity. Men get the same thing now. There's called paternity leave. Like look at what's his name, Buttigieg, right? When when they didn't even have the kid. It was, whatever they did. Right. And he still got paid time off, right? So
yeah, he did.
And I have no problem with that. I think both parents need to be around their kid at the beginning so they know they're loved and give them a good start to life. So I have no problem with that at all.
I don't either. I don't either. But I'm saying about when women say there's the myth, in my opinion, the myth of the gender pay gap.
Yeah.
That that's one of the reasons why they like I learned after talking to different women that seemed to be a pattern of the reason why. It had to do with the leave and losing, because when you're not working, you get like a little bit, but you don't get as much as you would be making if you were in your, showing up to work every day doing your job.
Well, I think Steven Crowder is the one who started this and says it the best. If we're paying women 5 cents on the dollar or 10% less on the dollar, then why aren't we hiring all women to save money?
Great point. Yeah, that makes sense too.
What Steven Crowder said. So,
wow, he is smart,
right? So,
and funny.
Oh, yeah, he's funny. He can be a jerk sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, this is our
Okay.
last news of the day, guys, and then we're gonna go to Rumble only, and we're gonna watch some X stuff. So
Okay, the state of Maryland sues owners of cargo ship that collided into and collapsed the Francis Scott Key Bridge. Y'all remember about that? It seems like it was so long ago. Anyway, just the news reports. The state of Maryland has filed a lawsuit against the owners and managers of the cargo ship that caused the collision and collapse of the Francis Scott Keys Bridge on March 26th. Damn, that seems like a lifetime ago.
it does,
Anyway,
doesn't it?
the U.S. Department of Justice announced that it has filed a lawsuit against the owner, Grace Ocean Private Limited, and its manager, Synergy Main Group, seeking over $100 million.
Right, and I think they should. I think they should, because a lot of people are saying that they were hacked, that their computer was hacked, and that's why this happened.
Oh, you mean like when they lost all power?
Yeah.
And then it kept coming on almost, but then they crashed anyway.
Yeah, they were saying
Yeah.
that they were hacked. A lot of people suggested that they were hacked. So I don't know how true that
Probably.
is, but it's a good possibility.
Yeah, but just because you were hacked, I mean, I know it's going to be interesting to see what the outcome of this one is. And you guys all know it's going to take forever.
Yes.
Do you guys think we'll learn the outcome before 2030? I don't.
Probably not. Probably not.
Okay.
Yes, Eddie, we are
So
never.
we jump into
jerks.
Rumble?
Yeah, we're gonna go to Rumble now, guys. So everybody head over to Rumble.
Scroll up.
Rumble.
Yeah, if you're on YouTube, scroll through the chat, find Nightbot. I believe it's like 2 Nightbot posts up.
Or
it
they
says
can
join
hit
us on Rumble.
exclamation point Rumble and it'll pop up. If you type that in the chat, it will pop up.
I just like to do the link.
Well, no, the link pops up for. Oh wait, hey, look, now it's working again. Our Rumble. Well, no, I guess only Rumble chat is working. YouTube chat isn't. But that's perfect. So when we go there, we'll have that. So I'm gonna give you guys like 10 seconds for you guys all to get over to Rumble, because we are now gonna be in Rumble only. So see you guys there in a few minutes. And I'm gonna put another screen up real quick just so Jennifer can see what happens and how I have to change it. Because I showed you this
Did
earlier.
you guys know that Benny Johnson released a video, I think it was today, saying that Obama was at Diddy's freak out, sorry. Did he call them freak off parties?
Really?
You guys know about this?
No, I
So
didn't.
Benny Johnson has the video on. I haven't seen it yet. I just saw that it was in my
So,
feed.
I'm going to show you what we do now. So see, I hit this button, and then once I hit update stream, now it's going